FayWhat Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people that are so important to our LGBTQ plus community. Like this special interview with an iconic bar owner from Fort Lauderdale's LGBTQ plus past. Do you remember Voodoo? Here's Wendy Tascione. Good morning, mi gente, and welcome back to the FayWhat Show. Today, we're going to be talking to the former owner of one of my favorite clubs from back in the day. God, I can't believe I said back in the day. But it is back in the day because it's like 15, 20 years ago, all right? If you knew it, then you loved it. It was the Voodoo Lounge in Fort Lauderdale. And she also owned Mecca nightclub also in Miami. So Wendy Tascione is with us today. And she'll be partnering with Daisy Deadpedals for a special Voodoo Lounge reunion coming up soon, all right? Get ready to hear all about voodoo, drag, and more right here, right now on the FayWhat Show. Welcome to the FayWhat Show, Wendy.
Hi, how are you?
Mama. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness. Like, okay, so folks, I've got to put this into perspective, right? Voodoo Lounge was this incredible club, and it was in downtown Fort Lauderdale, right? And this was from what year to what year, Wendy?
It was 2000 to 2010.
2000 to 2010.
Maybe 2012.
Okay.
Somebody else.
So, but that didn't count when they had it.
Yeah, right.
Because we all left. When you left, we all left with you. So 10 years of this club. Now, folks, if you were down here in South Florida around that time, it's kind of very similar to what it is now. Downtown Fort Lauderdale, very straight clubs, right? A lot of tourists, restaurants, and stuff like that. Then there was Voodoo, which was this super popular, super dope club. It had 3 rooms. It had an outside and inside. It was just marvelous. It was straight. Then comes Sunday, a little drag show started, right? And it was called Life's a Drag.
Life's a Drag. Right.
Oh my God, I can't believe I still fucking remember that.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy, Wendy?
Yeah.
So then it was Sunday nights, and it was Daisy Deadpedals, and it was Lola Lush, and it was all TP Lords, and it was all these incredible, incredible drag queens. This is before RuPaul's Drag Race.
Right. It was before. Yeah, it was before.
It was before. I mean, it was before it was before it was so popular. Let's just say, okay?
Exactly.
And I remember you being quoted as saying, and again, this is like freaking a million years ago when I was still drinking, so maybe let me paraphrase the words because they might not be right? You wanted to give a safe space to queer people to party downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And you did that on Sunday.
Yeah. And they came on Wednesdays too. So it was both. It was kind of like a mixed crowd on both nights, on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays was more house music, and Sundays was house music with drag.
And did you expect for it to be so popular?
I did.
You did?
I did because we did it in 2 other cities in 1997. So that's how long ago. So in 1997 to 2000, we did drag shows in Buffalo and in Rochester. And we made it towards straight and gay too. And we were successful at it. So we brought it here. And it was amazing.
It was amazing.
10-year run.
It was amazing. And I worked for Y100 at the time, and then I worked for Party 93.1 right after, and we got to work with Voodoo Lounge and you folks on Sundays and Daisy. And one of the things that I loved about that was just that it wasn't, if you go to many drag bars today, it's full of straight people. It's usually all straight people, you know? Voodoo Lounge wasn't like that. Like you said, it was a mixed crowd. There were straight people there, but they were welcoming and they were part of the party. And then there was gay people there as well, like all having a great time together. Yeah. And that wasn't really seen back then though, Wendy.
No, it really is more about a vibration, like this tolerant, inclusive vibration where everybody who came had the same mentality where they didn't really judge you. They didn't judge anybody or anything, and they just wanted to be entertained. Yes. So and they wanted to be in good company, like light, airy, happy, you know.
Yeah, and it was such a great time, and they put the couches. It was just such a loungy, amazing time. And that was where I met and became friends with Daisy Deadpedals. And I just remember her drag is not like other people's drag, Wendy. You know what I mean? Like she tells a story and then all of a sudden a baby falls out her vagina. You know what I mean? Like that's Daisy. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, she's singing a song and all of a sudden, a banana's in her ear. You know what I mean? That's just how Daisy is. And I saw it flourish throughout the years, you know? Did you expect that from Daisy? Did you know that was how that was going to go down?
No, I didn't know she was going to be that good. Like, honestly, I think she is one of the best I've ever seen in my life. She's naturally funny, naturally talented. I mean, she brought Dennis Rodman on stage week after week.
Yes!
I mean, and they made the show. If you went in there and you paid $10 for the show was worth $200.
Easy.
Because they made this show amazing, and it was all on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't scripted. It was just them having fun together.
Yeah.
And it was so great. I mean, we couldn't pay for that.
I mean, seriously. And then she brought her other talented friends, because this is TP. Like, folks, if you see Daisy and TP now, you're like, oh, they're like royalty in our drag community, you know?
Yeah.
Back then, they were still figuring things out. They had already been doing it a couple of years, but they really used the stage of Voodoo Lounge to really let it all out. Like, you gave them that liberty, balls to the wall, literally. Balls to the wall. Do what you want to do. It's your stage.
Yeah.
You never were scared that they would maybe go past a point of no return, or...
Well, it was way past the point of no return, but it was so funny. It was so good, because the middle of it was comedy. Like, it was Daisy on her own bringing everybody up. Do you remember at the end? She was bringing everybody up on stage, and
making fun of everybody.
Circus.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was great. It was amazing. TP is amazing. She still is.
Yes.
She's just gotten more electrifying.
She really is.
And Erica Norell, still amazing.
Still gorgeous. Those bitches don't age. I hate them. You either, though, Wendy. You don't age either. You look amazing. Like, I want to lick your face.
What?
I
just got a cool laser.
So the reason that you're here is because a couple of months ago, there was this rumor going around. Oh, Voodoo's coming back. Voodoo's coming back. And every time somebody would say that, I would shoot them down, Wendy. I would go, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I had heard that rumor before. I heard that rumor maybe 10 years ago, okay? Mm-hmm. And then Daisy said it. Then I went to go see Daisy at Myth Gastropub. And she's like, oh yeah, have you seen Wendy? Like, look, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, you're fucking serious. Like, you're serious. So my first question is, why did you stop? Okay, like, was it time to move on? Were you sick of this place? What happened?
We stopped because we got hit with like 3 lawsuits in a row that we literally shouldn't have lost. So it was very complicated, but that's pretty much why.
Ouch.
Yeah, and so we had to sell. And so we sold to somebody else, and he took it on for another year or 2. And then at the same time, I had Mecca, Discoteca Mecca. And so I just went over there.
And focused on them.
And focused on them, yeah. We brought some of the drag queens over there as well, and the same, some of the same DJs that we used. So, and we had that for a few years. And then I sold out, and then I took a break for a while because I had been in nightclub business for 25 years. So it was time for a break. So
yeah, no, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that takes, that nightlife. Again, that's why I'm so surprised that she looks so gorgeous, because it's like, yesterday I was up till 2:00 in the morning, Wendy, and I was like, I'm dying. I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. How did I do this back in the day? We wouldn't even finish till 5 a.m, and then we would go get something to eat. Like, crazy.
It's hard. It's hard for me now as well. So
yeah, so you feel my pain. So okay, so then fast forward, and here we are, 2023. And so what came up? What opportunity came up that you said, okay, I'm bringing back Voodoo?
Well, I'm not exactly bringing back Voodoo. I'm bringing back the night, just one night.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for clubs with a bunch of people, and we've been looking for a year. And I found this club, it was called, I don't even remember what it was called, but now it's going to be called Chemistry.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I like that name.
It's awesome. It's huge. It's everything I would want. But
and is it near the old Voodoo?
Yeah, it is. It's right around the corner.
What?
Yeah,
oh my God, how cool! Can we put like a sign in front of the old Voodoo with like an arrow pointing? No.
You're gonna see it. It's so monstrous. It's so perfect. It's everything that I would want. But I actually decided I can't do the 4 nights or 5 nights, however many nights, and so I just backed out and I said, let me just do Wednesdays. So I am just gonna bring back the Wednesdays with drag, and I'm going to do what I did every Wednesdays, and add the drag show early, probably like at 10:30. same girls and with the guests, and same DJ, same sound, that house music, same vibe, same inclusive, kind of like where everybody knows each other, which is really, really hard nowadays. I mean, you can find that in the gay district.
Yeah.
You can find that here.
You can find that in Wilton, but
In
it's hard
Wilton,
to find
yeah.
it.
You can't find it in the straight
No.
Downtown. So we're decided to, we're going to bring it back again. We're going to try to encompass what we had. And I feel like it's time for that. And people miss that. And people keep asking me, bring Mecca Voodoo back. And so we're going to try here, and that'll be good. And then maybe, we'll expand. So.
Okay. I love that. And the name of the night will be called?
Voodoo Mecca Reunion.
I love that. Okay. So see, all you old voodoo heads, right there it is. So Voodoo Mecca Reunion.
Yeah.
I love that. And that way, all the people that used to hang out at Voodoo can come, and we could bring our new friends, and we could bring our new millennial friends that weren't around during that time, and it's going to be a freaking party. Yeah. When do you think this is going to come to pass?
I'm 99% sure it's going to be the night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's the party day. That's the party. Yeah. That is the party night of the year down here. So that is perfect. Yeah. How exciting is that going to be? Like I'm vibrating right now just thinking about it, you know? Like I still run into your old security guards, like, because they've all like gone off to other things, and it's like, oh, you were from Voodoo. Oh, I remember you, Yeah. Any pushback?
No pushback.
Nothing. I love that.
It's been like all green light go. And it's been, 10 years for me to say, I want to put myself out there and do something else. And I just feel like now is the time. And I've gotten so many I guess you would say green flags, no red flags. So many things that tell me this is it, do it.
Lighting up the way and telling you to go.
Yeah.
Anything you're worried about?
No, nothing.
Wow, I love that, Wendy. But I mean, again, you're a pro. This is not your first go around. You know what to expect, you know? What's different 2023 than 2001?
What's different? I honestly want to create a space where nothing is different, because it was so great. It was such a good vibe that I want to replicate that vibe. And I think we can do it. I think people are dying for that mix, that inclusive, that
safe
high
place.
Vibe, safe. Yeah. And the people that I'm working with are wonderful. They all have the same mindset. They're the same, I want to say vibration, if you understand, but they all have the same attitude. It's great. I couldn't be happier with the team that I'm working with.
Can I help you with auditions to get the bartenders?
Sure.
Because one thing I remember about Voodoo was just like, God, your bartenders were gorgeous. Like the girls, the boys, they were just all just beautiful. Beautiful specimens of human yumminess.
I have to show you the outfits that they have. It's amazing.
There's an outfit?
Yeah. It's so it's like Voodoo on steroids.
I love it.
I want to say that it's going to be like Voodoo on steroids. The lighting, the sound, everything.
I love that. Wendy, thank you so much for being on my show. I cannot wait to go. Make sure that you follow Wendy on all social media. Follow Chemistry. Chemistry has their social media up yet?
I believe so, yeah. Chemistry Nightclub, 307 Southwest 2nd Street.
Now you know where it's going to be, all right? So mark your
Fort
calendars.
Lauderdale.
And we are hoping that the day before Thanksgiving will be grand opening. And if it is, you know that my ass will be there screaming and yelling. So excited for you. I can't wait. And I think that Wednesdays are going to be just the best night of the week now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's going to be badass. And the fact that you're
good for sober people too.
Well, I mean, everything is good for sober people.
Well, it is, but you know what? Wednesdays people used to come a lot. They didn't get as messed up, so it was very light and airy. You understand?
Yeah, and
so
safe.
And safe. Yeah,
and safe. And at the end of the day, that was all you wanted to do. And maybe back in 2001, it was like, okay, I want LGBT people to be safe, right?
Yeah.
Now you want anybody marginalized to be safe.
Yeah, everybody.
You know, and again, a club is a club, but there was something about the energy at Voodoo back then, all right? And I have a feeling that with you at the helm and the people that you are placing there meticulously, it's going to have that same feel and that same vibration and that same energy again. chemistry, look out for it. Downtown Fort Lauderdale is going to be a whole lot of fun, and you'll get to see the incredible Daisy Deadpedals at the helm doing her thing, and then you know she's going to bring all her friends over there, all right? So, Miss Lisa, Miss Wendy, thank you so much for being on my show today.
Thank you so
You're so
much.
sweet.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
My goodness. I haven't seen her in like freaking 15, 17 years. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's unfair.
No, I can't. It went by like that.
It did.
Yeah.
And we're still here, and we're still alive, and we're going to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we are.
That's the way to do it. Thank you, Wendy. We'll be right back. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.